You know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I
I
love
love
being
being black.
black.
All right, people, come on in. Come on in. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Come on in, people. Come on in. I'm telling you, people, we got a great show today for you guys. I want you guys to come right on in, and we got a great show. You know, a lot of times we be talking and we hear each other talk, and we just say the same talking points. Today we're gonna put some receipts with it, you know, and you hear me talking and fussing and yakking, y'all get mad at me, yeah, but that's okay. We all family. We all family. And we got lots to talk about. They calling in already. Come on in, come on in. I ain't even called in yet. I haven't even called in yet, but I'm gonna call in now. So yeah, it's live, uncut, unedited, people. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G,
They call
aka
it
the Crime Chaser, live,
live,
uncut,
uncut,
unedited
unedited.
broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not
Come
have
on
us
in,
on
people. I knew
speakerphone
something
so
was
we
missing.
won't have an
I'm doing all
echo,
this talk
and
without the
we'll be with
microphone.
you
I said
shortly.
something
Thank
missing,
you so
y'all.
much.
I
At
said
the tone,
I said
please
something missing.
record your name for announcement.
Right. Crime Chaser, live, uncut, unedited. All right. All right. All right, people. It's gonna be a great show today. Great show. Let me acknowledge some of my guests on the screen. We talking about Chicago politics and Crook County. I tell you, and I'm gonna better bag up whatever I say. Whatever I say tonight, I'm gonna better bag it up. I'm gonna bag it up tonight.
900.
Yeah. Oh, I see your
Has joined.
900. Just hold it tight for us. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute, but you first in line, 900. You hear me?
Okay.
All right, you're gonna be the first one. I know you got a lot to say on this one. I know you do. Crook County, the politicians. Come on in, YouTube, Facebook. As George Blakemore said, make this go viral. Make this video go viral. That's what George Blakemore always say. But listen, all I need you guys to do is like the video. Like it. Like the video. And we got a great show. I promise you, this is a great show tonight. A great show. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. A great show tonight. Great show tonight. Well, all my YouTubers, I want all my YouTubers, those that's been following Chicago politics. I need you to come in. You're going to learn something today. I'm going to walk you through some things. I'm going to walk you through history. For those of you believe that Tiffany was the only one, the worst politician in the whole wide world and all this, and they said, well, Mark, you taking up, I ain't taking up. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to walk you through some history. I'm going to walk you through it. I got something for y'all. And this thing is not all about Tiffany Day. It's about politicians, period. And that's real talk. This is live, uncut, unedited, live, uncut. Rochelle Wooten, I see you. Phoenitra Smith, I see you. Nathan, what's up from YouTube? I see you. Vicky Gavin, I see you. 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 All right. Derek Jackson, what's up? What's going on? And listen, people, I'm going to walk y'all through these things and we're going to listen to all these receipts I got. So if you got any YouTuber friends that watch me, that follow me, give them a call, give them a text, tag them, tell them I'm here. Facebook, tell them I'm here. Martin finna drop some receipts tonight. All that talking is over with. And y'all gonna find out where I stand with all this. I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm going to show you, walk you through history. Yeah. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to walk you through history. Real talk. Walk y'all through history. Because a lot of y'all don't know. Yeah, and I understand y'all making money. Yeah. I understand y'all making money. Real talk. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that text. All right. Sharice, what's going on? That's right. Y'all tag these folks. Tag them. Tag them. Tell them to come on in. Tag them. I need y'all to share this video. I need at least about 50 people on Facebook. So that means I need at least about 25 or 30 shares. I need at least 50 or better on YouTube before I get started. Because I guarantee you, y'all going to love me for this. Well, some of y'all going to love me for this. Yeah. Thank you, Michael Stevens. All right. Kena Nicole in the house. I see you. Loretta Crosby. I see you, Loretta. I see you. Jermaine Maxwell. Now, if you don't listen, guys, if y'all don't want to share the video, tag someone in the video. Share it by text or messenger. For real. No call ID. Where you been? I miss you. I ain't been seeing you in the live feed. All right. Cheryl Sardine, what's going on? Sorry, I'm talking about Sardine. I'm sorry. Sorry. Forgive me, Cheryl. Don't beat me up. Barbara, what's up, Barbara? Cooper, Sherry. I guarantee y'all gonna see this boy. You gonna see that boy crime chase. He did his homework. He educated us tonight. I guarantee you, I'm gonna educate you guys tonight. I'm gonna show you something that you didn't know about Chicago politics in Crook County. See, I'm gonna tell you. This is real. Oh, okay. So you've been working overtime? Okay. Well, good to see you back on here for a hot second. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Now, honey, Quip, you heard my ears making all that noise back in the background.
Sorry, I'm driving.
Oh, you drive?
My car.
Oh, okay. Your car. Okay, cool.
I just got off work.
Oh, you just got off work. Oh, you called me just in time, huh? All right. Yeah. Lewis Ramsey, much love to you, brother. Yeah, much love to you. All right, come on, people, share. How many people? Let me see how many people on Facebook shared my video. I'm gonna look. Let me look. I'm sorry about that. Let me see, people. How many people shared my video on YouTube? All right. How many people shared my video on YouTube? I mean, Facebook first. Let's see. Okay. We got 13 shares. I need at least 20 shares. Okay. I got the wrong title on there. I got to change that title on there. All right. Hold on, people. I got to change that title. That's the wrong title now. Nobody be getting on here. It's the wrong title. All right. I got 13 shares on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. All right. Let me go here. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Make sure I got this on here. Make sure I got this right on here. Chicago politics. This one right here. I'm going to cut this one off. All right. Chicago politics. Let's see how it looks now. All right. That should be right now. All right. Let's see. Let me check on my Facebook. Let's see. All right. All right. Still wrong. Let me change it right here then. Edit. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I need y'all to come on in. Come on in. All right. Let me say that so y'all won't get the title wrong. There we go. There we are. All right. We're live, uncut, unedited. All right. All right. It's live. They don't even show. That's a shame. I'm looking. Okay, there it is. All right. Come on in. Come on in, people. Where we at? Come on in. We here. Well, we got a lot of love to share and spread today. Okay, we got 27 people on Facebook, one person on my other Facebook page, 31 in the YouTube. Come on in. Maybe we're gonna get started about another 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Let me just see what 900 got to talk about. She ain't going nowhere tonight. Come on, talk to me, 900. What's going on?
Oh, I'm going somewhere in a little bit because I got to go to work in the morning.
Okay.
So I really, when I saw the title, and I really just wanted to comment about, I listened to the show yesterday regarding, that lady was talking about how bad that lady Trina acted when she was on that video. And, I agree that is, you even said it yourself, Martin, in a little short video. You said, you can't act out that way when you're trying to get your voice heard, because that's not gonna result in anything. And that's why you saw those trustees get up and leave, and the meeting ended when she acted like that, because if everybody acted like that, you wouldn't get anywhere, and nothing would get accomplished, because no matter if you are upset and you feel like you're not getting heard, that's never the way that's not the way to do it. And as you can see, and as the whole world could see, that it didn't accomplish anything, because nothing changed. So, I think that should be a learning lesson.
Yeah. Do you think her emotions probably got in the way?
Oh, definitely so. And like I said, and that's why I never call in about the Dalton show, because I don't, like you always say, I don't have a dog in the fight. I've never even been to Dalton. I don't know anyone living in Dalton. But just based on what just based on that little clip right there, and then you showing the people get up and leave, and then security coming in, and the meeting is over pretty much after that, as you can see, what did that accomplish? She took over the meeting. Nobody could say nothing after that, and it just was chaos. Wasn't going to change anything. It's like a 3-year-old. They don't get their way. They just keep screaming, and they think it's going to change something, but they still not going to get the candy. So whatever they want. I hate to use that as an example, but that's what it was. And I hate to say it, but in these meetings, in these white neighborhoods, you don't really see white people acting that way. They may scream, they may holler for a couple minutes, but they get themselves together pretty quickly. They don't usually just be up there hollering until the meeting is over and security got to come in and the board meeting, people get up and leave. You don't usually see them acting that way. And this is why people look at us the way they do. Mm-hmm. They say, oh, Black community this, Black people can't get nothing done. And like that one lady said, I don't know who she was. I don't know if it was yesterday's show or the day before. She said something like, oh, those white people, they just waiting to swoop in. They just waiting for everything to crash and burn so they can swoop in and buy everything up. That could be what's happening. They probably letting it burn on purpose. All of these trustees, Tiffany, all these people, they probably getting paid nicely to let it all crash and burn so that investors and other people can come in and swoop and buy everything and raise the property taxes, push everybody out, so that could be what's happening. I don't know.
I gotta ask you a question. Now, I know you don't get involved in politics. Have you ever been to like a community meeting with your local trustees or alderman or mayor? Have you ever been to one of those?
No, I haven't, because I don't vote.
Okay, well, you can't speak on what the white people don't do. And this is just from videos. I've seen the video. I've seen plenty of videos of white people at board meetings. I've seen them get upset. I've seen them stand up and yell. I've seen that. I'm not saying they just sit there quietly, but even in that video you showed, Martin, where you were showing the camera that was behind you, you could see that the white people there, they was just sitting there quietly. They was sitting there quietly. They wasn't yelling and screaming. And this is what I say, Martin. This is why people don't take us seriously, because of how we act. You're not going to get anything done acting that way. We know this, Martin. You're not going to get your voice heard. Remember, you even said it in a little short video you did. You gotta, I forgot exactly what you said, but you pretty much addressed it without addressing it personally, like head on. And it's the truth.
you're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna you're not gonna stand before a judge and think you're gonna talk to the judge that way and get your voice heard. You're not gonna talk to the prosecutor. You're not gonna talk, to your trustee. You're not gonna talk to anyone like that and think you're gonna get your point across and think you did something. Like somebody else said. A lot of people there. I think a lot of people there, they let their head get big and they try to go. They think they're gonna go viral because the cameras are there. They know they're on camera, so they're trying to be all big and bad, and think they're gonna go viral or something. They're gonna get on the news. And I understand she's a resident. She pays her taxes. She has a lawful say in where her money goes. I can understand being passionate about that. I'm not taking it away from her, but that's not going to get anything. It's not going to get your voice heard. It's not going to change anything, as you can see. And I hope everybody can use that as a learning lesson, that no matter if you're in a board meeting or you in a courtroom or you in a grocery store, wherever, like, that's not going to get your voice heard. It's just not. That should have been something you learned when you was a kid. When you you throwing a temper tantrum, your mom should have let you know right there, like, hey, since you did that, you're not going to get this. Like, why do people think it's going to be different when you're an adult?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
I feel hold it right there. I got to make sure you don't go nowhere, because I got something for you, young lady. All right.
Okay.
912.
What's going on, my man?
I don't want to talk about the military today, so I'm just letting you know, man. I'm not going over to fighting the war. I'm not
what they got to do with the price? What they got to do with the price of tea in China?
Then I'm just letting you know, man. I don't want. How you doing, Sarge? I'm just picking. Go ahead, talk to me.
Check this out. America is such a wonderful country, isn't it? People cannot even participate in the political process and voice their opinion. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't freedom a wonderful thing? It surely is. All this talk about, white folk, they gonna buy up this and that. They've been singing that same song since I was a kid. Yeah, hold on to your property, not for generational wealth, because when white folk come through, they gonna want this area back. And white folks ain't moved an inch back to Chicagoland area, let alone the south suburbs. Please.
I think you're wrong on that one, Sarge. I think you're wrong on that one.
Look at the statistics.
Sarge,
look up the numbers of the law.
Sarge,
look up the number of the law.
Okay, look, listen to the logic. I'm going to put some little logic on you. You don't have to invest in a community just to live there. You could invest in a community and don't live there. You can buy up the property, Sarge. You don't have to live there. People buy property for investment purposes. That's all I'm saying, Sarge. We have a lot of, especially in Inglewood, man, we have a lot of property that's owned by a lot of whites and Hispanics, blacks as well. And things are being sold rapidly. And for people that don't even live there, never really live there, but they're investing it in the community in the real estate part. So real estate, like you said, it brings money. And it's merely just an investment for them. Some people are not going to come and live in these some of these areas. And I feel you on that. So you could never say that investment-wise. They will invest in these communities because there is money in these communities, but they're not going to live there. They'll buy a house or two or three.
And that's all I was saying.
Okay.
That's all I was saying.
Okay.
I mean, if my family was to go in the order of marriage, I had one sibling left. When they pass on, I should be the one to inherit 3 properties. Okay? I'm next in line. I told them, take my name off. Anything my name is on, use some white out, get a magic marker, scribble it away. If you need to get some scissors and just cut it, I don't want no parts of nothing, y'all. Leave that for, and your kids handle that, okay? Let your kids handle that.
Okay.
You all have been living in Chicago for all these years. I left in 1986, so I don't feel I'm entitled to a damn thing up there.
Let me ask
That's
you,
just me how I roll.
what do you think about the politics here in Cook County and in Chicago?
The politics up there? Well,
Yeah.
the politics?
Well,
Well,
whatever
the
you want
biggest
to call
trick
it.
is going to happen. Yeah, the biggest trick is going to happen in about 29 days is when that mass immigration thing starts up and Brandon try to be doggone Chuck Norris on, I'm not going to have them do. He is going to go to jail for violation of a federal law. Now, the dude, Joe Hogan, he already came to Chicago to meet with them, and he told them to their face what he's going to do. You get in the way of this mass immigration.
Oh, deportation.
Deportation, that is. Yeah, you get in the way of this mass deportation. You are in violation of federal law, and you will go to jail on federal charges, not state. I'm like, man, I ain't mucking around with the feds now. You can play around with the state and the county a little bit. Federal government,
Okay. Hold it right there. Let's take this next caller. Hey, Mr. I think it's Roosevelt. I think he said Roosevelt, didn't he?
Hey, what's going on, Martin?
Hey, Roosevelt. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to comment after something that 900 said a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
Because I feel a little bit of the same, but I see certain things a little bit differently. Because I can understand, I mean, that, people maybe should conduct themselves like in a certain way. But I just feel that sometimes whenever people, let's just say in the government or, whoever the young lady was talking to, who might have, let's just say, done something wrong, I feel if these people just do right, wouldn't nobody ever have anything to say? Wouldn't nobody, have nothing to complain about? And I mean, it just seems to me, because this was before, a little bit before I even met you some years ago. There was a young man on the west side who was shot, and then I guess a whole bunch of us, we went to the police board meeting, and I guess at the time, that police board meeting, that was only like 5 or 10 minutes, because everybody, I guess during public comment, got so upset. Here the board is or something, they just got up and walked out. I mean, the police, they went and did something that was wrong, and then just because people are expressing their outrage, that all of a sudden, just because you're saying at that time what's on your mind and expressing your outrage, they get mad. And I don't feel that that is always right. I mean, especially for someone who is a good. If somebody is living there and a resident and they're doing the right thing, obviously, this young lady owns the home and doing the right thing and paying her taxes and everything, doing what, American society is saying what we're supposed to be doing, and actually owning something, and then, being a resident and paying taxes, but yet, the people above you aren't doing the right thing. And just because you express some grievances about it, the people in the board, they want to get up and get mad. It's the same thing that happened in city council a couple of weeks ago. They want to put all the people in Chicago red out of the audience chamber because that's all Brendan Johnson can do. That's all his answers. His answer is, anytime someone says the wrong thing or someone that says something that hurts his itty bitty little feelings, he gets some kind of bunch in his panties, and then all of a sudden the first thing he always wants to say is, Sergeant at Arms, remove them. That's the solution to everything. It's just so predictive and it's so robotic. Sergeant at Arms, remove them.
Roosevelt.
That's his answer.
Roosevelt, let me ask you a question.
It shouldn't be.
Real quick, I know you said maybe, I think it was last week, maybe 3 or 4 days ago on the podcast that you said you'll never vote for another black person again. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I did make that statement.
Okay, why did you make a statement like that? I want to ask you, why did you make a statement like that? How you feel? Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, I kind of said it that night, but you didn't ask me completely directly, but I'll go a little bit more deep into it.
Okay.
Because I feel, let's just say, I'm going to give you some examples. Under the presidency of Obama, that's one first person. Under the mayoral leadership of Lori Lightfoot, and now we're dealing with the whole Brandon Johnson thing. I mean, where has it gotten us as a people? I think that we're much more further behind, especially ever since the presidency of Barack Hussein Obama. Because I know that, police were already killing black people already, but it just seemed like much more magnified after Obama took office. Because they saw a whole lot of people, even though Obama's not completely black, he's mixed, but they saw him or they saw us as being almost like Obama. Because even my brother, who lives in Minnesota, he said he was facing different issues of racism on his job when Obama was in office, because they looked at him as a black man like Obama, because many white people did not want this so-called mixed or black president being in office. And the thing is, a whole lot of them, black people who in charge, they sold us out, just like anything, because even when the people let's just say when Mike Brown was murdered in St. Louis, and the first thing Obama did when people start rioting and looting and showing the outrage, he did exactly what, the white presidents or white people would do. He immediately called them low down and called them thugs. And then under Brandon Johnson, he done sold us out to the illegal migrants. Lori Lightfoot during COVID, and she knows by working for COPA before she became mayor, what kind of history that black people in this city have had with the Chicago Police Department. She immediately, if people left their homes, threatened to have people in the Chicago, members of the Chicago Police Department arrest us and throw us in jail if we left our homes.
Okay, hold it right there.
So they feel that they have sold us out.
How many politicians is that? 3? You talked about.
Yeah, that's
Barack
Obama. His name off the top of my head.
Okay, 3 you name off the top of your head. Okay, keep that thought in mind.
I have to give you 3 examples.
Okay, 3 examples. These are the people that have been identified by Roosevelt, said that they didn't do a good job and he don't want to vote for black people, again. So is that correct?
And they have. Am I correct? Right, they have sold us.
Okay.
Yeah, they sold us out.
Let me ask you, what have the white politicians done for you to make them so special too?
With white people, I don't know. Maybe I look at them as just being a little bit different, because sometimes I don't think that you can always look for nothing from, let's just say, a quote unquote white person, even though, some could be good, some could be bad or in between or whatever. But I feel that, let's just take like you and me, Martin. If I consider you to be, because me and you have talked about, stuff one-on-one or personal or whatever sometimes. And whatever I have said to you, whatever you have said to me, I'm not going to go and let's just say blast it on the social media, or, you're not going to blast anything I said or whatever. Right. Why? You got to ask yourself why that question is. And that's because as somebody who has known you or would possibly call you a friend, you would expect a whole lot much more out of me than you would expect out of someone who is, let's just say, someone on the street or who's your complete sworn or known enemy. So I said all of that just to say this. People like the 3 examples I used, Barack Hussein Obama or Lori Lightfoot or Brandon Johnson, I expect a whole lot much more out of them, especially being my color and supposed to be my kind, who know our struggle, who've been through our same struggle, then, just to turn on us like this, then just like Obama, just to talk down on us and like we're nothing, and to call us thugs just because people rioted in St. Louis to express the outrage over Mike Brown's death. Well, I expect more out of Lori Lightfoot than to sick the Chicago police on us just because we don't obey her stay-at-home orders. Or someone like Brandon Johnson, who has clearly chosen the side of the illegals over us. So that's why I say some of the things that I say.
Okay.
And even if you look at the history of certain organizations like the Blue Vein Society, and even like the Boule, which is also called Sigma Pi Phi, that these are organizations set up by Black people who put certain Black people in key positions to be over and to gatekeep over the rest of Black people, because they always in the Boule they call themselves the talented 10th, the 10%
Ooh,
of
go ahead,
high
Roosevelt.
class Black people who are supposed to control the rest of the 90% of us poor or regular Black people. So people like your Roland Martins or your Rick Smileys or your Steve Harveys or your Bill Cosbys and all of these other people, highfalutin people, are members of the Boule. And the term Boule simply means in French, controllers and protectors of the king. And these are Black people, so you got to ask yourself, who's the darn king? The king is the white people and the white paymasters that they have sworn to protect, who sit at the top of American society.
Roosevelt going in hard.
And you also have to look at this, Roosevelt.
Sarge,
When you're
gotta-
talking about the
Sarge,
line of work.
Sarge. So, what you mean? No. Oh, no, hold it, brother. Hold it. We got some more. We got to have some order here. You address me first. How you know I wasn't finished talking with him? You know, you got to, hey, Mark, can I say something? Then I'll let you give you the green light to say something, okay?
Okay.
All right,
well,
brother.
may I express a important
You
piece
sure
of
may.
information?
And the only reason why I'm granting you, hold it. Only reason why I'm granting you to do is because you acknowledge me. Yes, you may. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, if you look at what line of work all of these people that Roosevelt mentioned are in, they are in what? The entertainment field? Who's the paymasters of the entertainment field?
Business, politics. That's who Black people in the Boule are.
No.
Business,
Hold on.
politicians.
Look. The nationality. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a particular group of people. Okay? I call them small hats. That's who runs Hollywood and the entertainment industry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you feel me?
Yeah, hold it right there. I need some more callers. 872-299-0808. 872-297-6389. I'm gonna say it one more time. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Okay, I need all my unsubscriber YouTube listeners. Hit the like button. If you don't want to subscribe, at least you can hit the like button. Do that for me too as well. That'd be nice. Those of you on Facebook, hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's what I'm asking you. All right, we're going to take a break. I got a video that I got a historical video that I want to play, Sarge, and we can talk about it. I might have to show it twice, but I'm showing it right now because we got enough people on here. And Roosevelt and 900. I know probably you driving, but you can't listen to it if you can't see it. But you could. It's going to give you some history.
I'm home now.
Oh, you're at home now? Okay, I didn't know. Okay, all right. Now here's a video. Here's a video that I'm finna talk about. All right, and I want everybody to listen. All right, please listen. Pretend like we're in school. I need about 14 to 15 minutes of your time, classroom. All right, I'm just joking, y'all. Don't get on me.
I can listen, Mom, but I can't see it.
Okay, I'm finna play it now. So I'm going on mute, and the video, I'm gonna let the video play out, and I need you guys to listen to it. After we're done, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, Mr. Roosevelt, this is for you, Roosevelt. All right.
Now, here's probably two of the most powerful men in the entire country back in the day. On the left, you had Old Man Daley. He definitely kept the outfit in check. He knew how powerful they were. He grew up in the same neighborhood as them, but still did a good job keeping them in tow. He also had leaders from other countries, other cities in the United States that would actually call him for advice. Then he got the very powerful Mike Madigan, Speaker of the House. He's under indictment right now. Now look at this old bastard, one of the most corrupt mayors, one of the most interesting, connected politicians in Illinois. Doc Rust of Willow Springs. He was put in that position by Sam Momo Giancana. He was the mayor of Willow Springs from 1935 to 1969, and then he handed over the reins to corrupt police chief Michael Corbett. Now, here's my favorite politician. He wasn't a mayor, but he was just as powerful, if not more powerful, than any mayor or governor. You got Alderman Fred Rohde. I actually went to his trial. He was escorted to court every day, surrounded by beautiful Italian women. He controlled all your politicians, all your police, all your local contractors. He was also a made member of the Chicago outfit and affiliated with the 26th Street crew. You know, I kind of feel sorry for some of these poor Mexicans that live in the town of Cicero. The Cicero's presidents in the past have been raping the taxpayer people for years. For example, here's Cicero town president Henry Classic. This guy was found guilty of misusing taxpayers' funds and campaign money. He was also a very good fishing buddy with none other than Joey Aiuppa, boss of the Chicago outfit. Here's the longest serving mayor, Nick Blasi of Niles. He served 47 years. He was under investigation in 1979, and then again in 1996. He got indicted for a major corruption probe, did a short stint in prison. He ended up dying at 91 years old. But this guy did amazing things for the town of Niles and was put in by Joey Aiuppa. Now here, corrupt mayor of Rosemount, probably the most important mayor to the Chicago outfit, Ronald Stevens. He controlled O'Hare, and that was crucial for the Chicago outfit to get their people in there and take advantage of all those $1 million contracts going in and out of O'Hare. And in Rosemount, obviously, you got the Rosemount Horizon, Rosemount Theater, Convention Center. You got the casino. This was a cash cow for the Chicago outfit. Ronald Stevens, mayor of Rosemount. Here's the corrupt mayor of Crestwood, Louis Presta, a town I know all too well. My mom and dad owned a roller rink there back in the 80s. Roller wheels on 133rd and Cicero. That was the place where everybody hung out. But Louis got pinched on a red light camera probe case. They caught him on wire, accepting a $5,000 bribe. He ended up doing 1 year in jail. Now, most of us know about the mobbed up town, Melrose Park. And here we got the mayor, Ron Serpico. He was real tight with Pete DeFranzo. And this guy was a real character. He would use racial slurs and insults when he would lose his temper. And him and Chief of Police Vito Scavo, his good friend, were known to harass black and brown people during routine stops. He was actually sued by the state for bullying. Now here's Anthony Ragucci, mayor of Oak Brook. Oak Brook is a very wealthy suburb west of downtown Chicago. $1 million homes. Men like Joey Aiuppa, Joe Ferriola used to have their mansions there. But Anthony got pinched in a camera light bribery scandal. He got caught on a wire accepting thousands of dollars in cash bribes. Ended up doing a little time in jail. Here's Mayor of Chicago Heights, Chuck Panisi, good friends with Governor Thompson, George Bush. He was close with Fast Eddie Verdoliak and was affiliated with the Al Taco crew. When Al Taco got pinched, his wife testified against him, sent him to prison. They went after Panisi and two of his friends. They got him for extortion, bribery, illegal dealings with contractors. He did some time in prison. He got released in 2001. Now on the southwest side of Chicago, you got a seedy little hood called Robbins. At one point, it got so bad, they actually couldn't even afford the police force. Their mayor after mayor after mayor continued to steal the taxpayers' money. Every single mayor eventually got indicted. At some point, the gangs actually control the entire town, and hopefully now they got this town under control. Now here's a guy that handed out multi-million-dollar contracts like candy to all his family and friends. You got Congressman Dan Rothenkowski, good friends with the late Alan Dorfman, who was killed by the Chicago outfit. They eventually pinched him for mishandling $500,000 in campaign funds, like they all do. They got him on mail fraud. He did 17 months in prison, slap on the wrist, got out, and died in 2010. Now, in the early 2000s, I would take my baby daughter deliberately past a club to get the attention from some of the boys, and they would talk about some of the gangs in Chicago. You had the Italian gang, when the First Ward, the outfit ran the city. Then you had the Irish gang, when Daley was mayor. And then you had the Jewish gang, when Rahm Emanuel was mayor. Daley resigned before he was about to get indicted, and Rahm moved on to bigger and better things. Betty Lauren Maltese, the widow of Chicago outfit associate Frank Maltese. I actually went to her trial, and Betty, a mob guy, and his son were convicted for stealing $12 million from the town of Cicero. Prosecutors showed Betty's gambling receipts at Bellagio and Caesar's Palace, totaling over $350,000. Betty and her girlfriends wore Gucci and Prada and fur coats into court. Now, you will never meet or see a more greedier bitch than this woman. How these people get elected, I have no idea. Rita Crudwell, I don't know how many people remember her, but she was the treasurer of Elmhurst. She stole all alone by herself over $53 million. She showed no remorse and only got 19 years. There's Eric Kellogg, mayor of Harvey, Illinois. Him, his brother, chief of police, and another brother, the three of them, were all indicted on a major racketeering, RICO, extortion, bribery case. They were all convicted, did a quick stint in prison, and probably are still up to no good today. I can just imagine what guys like Al Taco or Nikki D'Andrea would have done to a guy like this. But here's corrupt mayor of Calumet City, Jerry Genova. This guy had a bright future ahead of him, but he got greedy. He got pinched for a widespread corruption RICO case. He was receiving over $125,000 in cash in kickbacks. He ended up getting convicted along with his good buddies. They got sentenced to 5 years each. Now, there's not enough time in the day to name all the corrupt mayors, governors in Illinois. These are just some. But here's another one, southwest suburb, Orland Park. You got Mayor Keith Picow. This guy got pinched for misusing campaign funds, rig bidding, and steering sweetheart contracts to all of his family and friends. Typical duties when you get elected. Can anybody explain how a convicted felon could become mayor? Here you got corrupt mayor of Harvey, Donald Luster. Him, his brother, and friends, their crew, they were indicted on a corruption case for shaking down local businessmen in Harvey, shaking down strip club owners, shaking down drug dealers. They even had their own prostitution ring going on. El Taco used to control this area back in the day. Another seedy, sleazy little town on the southwest side of Chicago, you got Lyons. The mob used to have a stranglehold on this suburb back in the day. And here on the right, you got a high-ranking official that was pinched, was indicted for mishandling over $300,000 in cash, handing out sweetheart contracts to his family and friends. And I think they even got him on a tax evasion case as well. Now, after my girl Betty got convicted for stealing $12 million from the town of Cicero, they elected this guy, Larry Dominic, town president. He was a retired police officer, used to be a garbage man for the town, worked for the city for over 34 years. When he got elected, he put over 20 family members, gave them fat city contracts, as well as all of his friends, spent over $500,000 in taxpayers' money. Now here's corrupt Governor George Ryan. I went to his trial. Him and Larry Warner were giving out CDL trucking licenses like candy, no training, no experience. You didn't even know how to read or write or speak English to get a license back then. All you needed was the right connections and some cash. George Ryan also ran a company called McPier, which was $1 million contracts going to Navy Pier and McCormick Place. Disgraced Governor Rod Blagojevich. I went to both of his trials, 1 and 2. And I'll never forget when one of his aides testified that when the president of the Children's Memorial Hospital was trying to get a hold of Blago for a very important grant that they needed for a hospital expansion, Blago was ghosting him, blowing him off, not returning his call. When the guy showed up at his office, Blago literally hid in the bathroom like a bitch. Now here you got crooked, corrupt Alderman Ed Burke. His wife is actually a federal judge. I remember seeing them in the West Loop one day. Very nice people. Fast forward, he gets indicted on a major RICO case involving racketeering, extortion, and bribery. He was good friends with Alderman Fred Rohde, Pat Marcy, and several other Chicago heavyweights. Here's my guy, Fast Eddie Verdoliak, very powerful alderman in Chicago. I'll never forget, I actually met him in the late 90s at lunch at La Scarola. That's a place where all the heavyweights used to hang out. He's good friends with John No-Nose DeFranzo, Mikey Switek, several other outfit guys. He got pinched for tax evasion and siphoning off millions of dollars in several business dealings. Now, back in my day in the 70s and 80s, Wayne Bach, Chicago outfit heavyweight, and Pete Altieri, they controlled Summit. People say, where's Summit? Summit, you go to the end of the world and take a left. Seedy little town on the southwest side of Chicago. And here you got two high-ranking officials just got indicted. I actually went to high school with these guys. On the left, Bill Monday, building inspector. They got him with bribery. Then you got the chief of police, bribery, and filing false taxes. Now, the list of corrupt officials in Illinois just goes on and on and on. There's just too many to name. From congressmen to aldermen to senators to policemen to city officials, public officials, cops. I mean, it goes on. Here's several other people that were indicted and found guilty on various
All right, people, this is Live Uncut. I brought you some history. Those are the receipts. So we know what skin color we see in that this video. We see it for ourselves. And fast forward back to our day and time. We got a lot of people that's gonna be on that long list, that laundry list I call a lot of people. So I just want to educate all my YouTubers, all my out-of-towners, that Chicago has a history. I call it Crook County, has a history of corrupt politicians. So it didn't just start in Dalton, Thornton Township. Didn't start. It's been going on since the 70s, the 80s, even before then. So I just want to let all my YouTubers know and content creators, I know you get money on clicks and likes and all that, but at least tell the truth. They said, somebody told me telling part of the truth is a whole lie. So you got to tell the truth and shame the devil, people. So I just want to educate our people that watch this channel so you guys know what's going on. You're educated as of what's going on. I put it up there so you see it for yourself. See it for yourself. It's not about that black people can't do anything in politics. It's not even about white people can't do anything. I always say is we know in this world, whether you want to admit it or not, there's two sets of rules. There's two sets of rules for people. But yet we're in the same courthouse, but two sets of rules. And whether you want to admit it or not, you can say the victim, we can play victim. You can say I'm playing the victim game. You can say whatever you want to say. We know who's running this country, and we know who the usual suspects are. Trust me. And again, let me say to all my black politicians, whom I support and whom I don't support, you cannot do what these white politicians do at all. Trust me. There's nothing new. They was shaking down back then. There was extorting business back then. There was mishandling of campaign funds back then. They was taking the money and gambling, buying luxury things and stuff like that. People, this is nothing new what you see in 2024. I want to let the world know it. Well, they said, well, Martin, I feel like you taking a side. No, I'm on the truth side. I'm just telling the truth and shame the devil. That's all. There's nothing personal against nobody on here. But I thought that this video, doing a little research, this was sent to me through a friend. And I said, you know what? I'm going to share this tonight on my platform to my people so they'll understand Crook County, Chicago politics. And when I say Chicago, I'm including the suburbs. Orland Park is a white suburb, they had trouble. Summit is a white suburb, they had trouble. Crestwood, white suburb, they had trouble. Chicago is integrated, they had trouble. Robbins is a black suburb, had trouble. Harvey, a black suburb, they had trouble. So this is nothing new, people, nothing new what I proved tonight. So all my YouTubers, no diss against you guys, but I laid down the truth tonight. We went all the way back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Now we up to 2000 right now. And we see the same record play. Governors going to jail. We've seen it right before our eyes on this channel where we tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the
Now,
devil.
you can get mad at me all you want to, but I'm telling the truth and shame the devil. I need some callers. I just got a caller, 872-299-0808. I'm going to repeat the number, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. So you're welcome to call, and I just got a call. So I want to see what this comment say. Okay, my last caller, I believe, just called in 9449. I believe his name is Mr. Marcus. Hey, Mr. Marcus, how you doing?
Good evening, Martin. Now you see, people forgot. That's why this city and state is the most corrupt state in the country, and that makes the city corrupt. People forgot about the outfit and the mob and all that. This state and city was run by the mob, and it still is being run by the mob. It's quiet as it's kept. And so now they see black politicians ain't the only one. They was just copying off they white teachers who taught them how to steal, but didn't teach them how to not get caught fast. Daley was stealing from us for a long time. Why do you think everything is so high in this state? We overpriced. The school system in a total wreck here in the city of Chicago. And another thing, why do you think they murdered Harold Washington? He was in the way of their plan. And any other black politician that was for the people, they were in the way of their plan. They forgot to mention, Jesse Jackson Jr. They forgot to mention that pay to play thing. But like they said, they didn't have enough time to name every last one of the politicians that were corrupt. And it's a shame. Why do you think? And then they blame these kids, right? They blame the street gangs. Even the street gangs were controlled by the outfits. As beautiful as this city is, it's still corrupt to the core.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let somebody else talk.
Okay, thank you for the super chat, my brother.
Okay.
Listen, okay, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Listen, people.
Okay.
All I want to do is just tell the truth on the channel. And anybody know I don't hate nobody. White, black, Hispanic, Mexicans, whatever. Don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. So, but I just tell the truth. And sometimes the truth is painful, but it's necessary. Somebody got to tell it. And we live, those of us that live here in Crook County, I call it Crook County by not mistake. But listen, this is what we have been dealing with. This haven't just started with Tiffany in Dalton. Clearly, she's been caught in a lot of lies. It have not just started with her. I want to let y'all know that. You know, well, they said, well, Martin, you taking off. I'm not taking off her, that sister at all. She's still a sister, but she wasn't the first one. And guess what? She's not going to be the last one that's on this list of politicians that messed up. And I'm wanting any black politician that's listening to me, any young person that's thinking about going into politics, you better do the right thing, or you're going to be on this long list of indictments, prison time, or shame. I'm telling you, it's going to get very tempting. You're going to have your hands on millions of dollars. What I mean by controlling it, as a stroke of a pen, you and your little trustees or aldermen, you're going to have to do the right thing, not just by your people, but have to do the right thing for yourself so you can live with yourself. That's all I'm saying. You can't do what the white folks do. And trust me, it was a lot of white people on this list that should have been on this list as well. They didn't get them all. And there's some black people. And Marcus just named one that was crooked and dirty too, that should have been on this list. So I just gave you guys a brief video of about 13 or 14 minutes and let y'all know how Chicago is still operating. You know, black folks running Chicago or the state of Illinois. You see black faces, they're in high places. Y'all know who's running it. Okay, my next guest. Go ahead. Who wanted to talk now?
Martin.
I was trying to throw something in, but let me know if I can.
Okay, who was first? You, Sarge, or Roosevelt? You, Sarge? It's either whoever.
We kind of came.
Okay, well, y'all make them.
We kind of came a little bit at the same time.
Okay, so
but, Sarge can go first.
Okay, go ahead. Roosevelt, he submitted to you, Sarge. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first and foremost, the person that did that video is a Karen. And the so-called accurate information, talking about the outfit and all that, they are so ill-informed. Now, to talk about the outfit, it's like this here. He said Sam, Momo, Giancana, right? He mentioned him. Now, they had a group called the 42s. Now, they were going to call themselves the 40s, like Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, but they had 42 members, so they couldn't. Then he talked about Joey Ayupo. Joey Ayupo, the only reason he became the boss of the outfit is because Sam Giancana got deleted in his house while cooking sausages, and it was a person that he trusted, and the FBI was right outside his home. Now, you got to go back before then. Everybody knows about the Thompson Center in Chicago, named after former Mayor Thompson. Who brought him into office? Governor, whatever he was. Who brought him into office? William Thompson, William Hart Thompson. Who brought him into office? Anybody know? Al Capone.
Okay.
So, and y'all can look this up. I'm not famous for misquoting myself. So, there was an issue with him and the outfit.
Okay, hurry up and land the plane.
Another mayor.
Hurry up and land the plane, Sarge. Go
Okay,
ahead.
they bought another mayor. It didn't work out with him. Then they bought another mayor to replace. They bought Thompson back in, so to speak. All that stuff with Cicero, the hell with that. Used to be, you go over to Cicero and you black, you got a beat down. Those were Italians. Back then, they called them spaghetti snappers. Okay, you had Joey Aiello that, you know, did a hit. And, I mean, it's all kind. He's not, dude sounds like he got his mafia education watching YouTube videos and movies. And he don't really know the inside. Talking about he went to everybody's court case and stuff. I'm like, he needs to be going getting him some doggone
Sarge.
He's a Karen.
Sarge, whatever you want to call him. He said a lot of facts, a lot of truths. Everything wasn't told about every person. Okay, we know that to detail. It's only 13 minutes, 14 minutes. Okay, all right. Well, anyway, next caller.
The stuff that he said about
next caller.
Momo Giancana was not true.
Next caller, 3268. Next caller, 3268. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
All right.
Well, Martin, and Martin, but not trying to tell nobody what to do, but I really believe it'll be very interesting if you pull up a video, if you can, about, you know, black people and black politicians being in the Boule, in the oath that they take to work against us. And this is the reason why that in our communities, we can't get anything done because, like I said, Boule means in French, protectors of the king. So they're made to, so even though they're black politicians and they want to tell this lie that they actually work for you, but in reality, no, they work for their white paymasters. And so, therefore, they work against us. This is the reason why in City Hall and in other places all across the country with black leadership, us as black people, we can't get anything done or anything like that. And this is why, even when black people want to rise up, even if it's a righteous thing, if there's a riot, what's the first thing that, you know, America always does? They always trot out some kind of pork chop preacher or whatever to try to calm black people down. Because usually that is somebody who is pretty much bought and paid for by the Boule to pretty much keep black people docile and keep black people from rising up.
Okay.
So, you know, this is like your Jesse Jacksons and your Al Sharptons and, like I said, your Roland Martins. You know, Roland Martins, I can't believe how much he got upset and cussed and called people names, all because he feels that not enough black people voted for Kamala Harris. This is why Barack Hussein Obama talked down on us, because these are all people who was in the Boule, because they were paid and they took an oath to work against us. So I think there needs to be a video played about black people, and I can understand these white people who you talked about, they did their dirt, but no, I think that we need to focus on some of our people, because
they was in there. Some of our people, Roosevelt, some of our people was in there.
How do we hold ours accountable when they act out?
Roosevelt, it was some of our people in there. It was just all white. It was some black people in there.
Yeah, one, Eric Kellogg.
No, it was two.
From Harvey.
It was two. The guy from Harvey, too, as well. Then Mel Reynolds, you can read, he's black. He's black. Mel Reynolds, Eric Kellogg, Mel Reynolds. It's more. It's more. I've said it at the end. I said it's a lot of people names that who really wasn't on this list, you know, but it shows you. My point is to show the world that corruption didn't start in Dalton Township. I mean, Thornton Township or Dalton.
Well, you made a good point, Martin. You made a good point as of that, but that's about it, because the stuff that dude was talking about, I could school him like I'm his teacher when it comes to the Chicago outfit and the mob.
Well, some of the things may not been inaccurate according to you, but the issue is there has been corruption.
They are totally inaccurate, Martin.
Corruption is corruption here in Cook County that's why we call it Crook County. Crook County. What I'm saying, the corruption didn't start in 2024 or 2017 or 2018. It's been here. This is what it's built on. Pay to play politics.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about.
When Chicago
so I'm looking for some more callers.
When Chicago became a city, it was in effect.
Yeah, hold up. All right. I'm looking for some more callers, people. 872-297-6389. I forgot my dog. I'm sorry, y'all. 872-297-6389 or 299-0808. 900, you still there? You quiet though. You want to give me a comment?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What's your thoughts?
I'm still.
What?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out what is it that you wanted to really show me, because I already know some of first of all, I already know that they call Crook County, and I know I know that Chicago has a deep history of corrupt politicians, Robert Goybridge, all the others. But I'm still saying that how you get your point across is not the way this lady did at that town hall meeting. And this don't have nothing to do with Tiffany.
What I'm saying is the title of it, Chicago Politics in Crook County. You made it about the lady with the cane. That's not that was your comment.
Oh, okay.
That was your comment, not mine.
Oh, okay.
That you the one made it about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already aware of some of Chicago's, crooks, and they call it Crook County for a reason, and that's one of the reasons why I left. I would hate to be paying taxes, and I got $40,000 going to Amazon and all this other type of stuff, and they're spending your money raffling off TVs and washing machines at bingo, and it's just bad. It's bad.
Yeah, well, I'm just letting you know, because when I hear that small talk on the internet, people act like corruption started in Dalton or Thornton Township. No, it's been here. It's been here. It's been. It's not just. Hold on. It's just not a black thing. It's a white thing too. That's what it is. You can say whatever you want. That's why I was trying. The point of me bringing out, let Roosevelt know, hey, you ain't got to just be disappointed at black people, but you be disappointed at white people too as well, because they robbed, stole, and did everything else too. That's who the black was learning from.
I expect more from my own.
Yeah. Well,
I expect everything from my own.
But you got them. But regardless of them, you got to hold both of them accountable. You can't give one more credit than the other. You got to hold both of them accountable. They are serving the public with our tax dollars. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Only the people that's not from Illinois or Chicago specifically, they probably think that all this stuff is starting with Tiffany. But no, us who grew up in Chicago, we've been knowing that Chicago is corrupt. These politicians, a lot of them, it's I rub your bag, you rub mine, I rub yours, all this stuff, and it's just, and even the red light and the parking meter. I don't know. I saw something the other day that Chicago, they sold the parking meters to this private company, and it's like something like millions of dollars per year, and they had it sold to that company until like 2087, and all that revenue is not going to the city. It's a whole lot of corruptness going on, corruption going on, and it's probably never going to stop, and whatever.
So, the best thing to do is leave.
Right. Let me just say this.
Leave.
But
leave. Best thing to leave. Hold on. Listen, that's the case. The whole black people from the United States should have left there, where they treat us back in the 60s. We all should have packed up and left.
Come on, Martin. Let's not.
You talking about the best thing? No. I'm just saying you talking about the best thing to leave. Come on, now, brother. You ain't got to leave Chicago because they got crooked politics. You fight. You fight. You don't have to. You fight. You got to fight, brother. I believe in fighting.
Martin, no, you don't.
Come on, now.
No,
well, listen.
Martin,
hold on. First of all, hold on. No. Listen. You ain't got to. I'm doing the talking right now. All right. Matter of fact, I'm finna empty the panel. Hey, good night, all of y'all. I'm finna talk. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm finna talk now. It's my turn to talk now. All right. I'm gonna clear the panel up. All right. Good night, y'all. All right. Listen. I'm my time to talk now. I'm not finna I know where I want this to go. And I'm going to control this, point in the direction where I want to go. People, listen. I speak the truth, people. I don't know everything. We have to hold all of our politicians, white, black, Hispanics, Asians, Indians, whatever ethnicity they are or race, whatever you want to call it, accountable. All of our tax dollars are poured into these politicians' hands, and they have to be accountable for this money. Real talk. So we have to do the right thing, people. We have to watch these people, stand on their necks. And a lot of our people that come into this live from other countries, other states and stuff like that, they're not even involved in their own local politics, but they're involved in Illinois and Chicago politics. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. And you know we need help, much help we can. We have to fight. You got people such as George Blakemore, Jessica, a lot of others, Mark Carter, a lot of others. Even myself have been down to City Hall council meetings. Now, I don't do a lot. I go every blue moon. So you got to fight and see what these politicians are passing, the laws of what they're doing. Listen, we're not going to run. We got to fight, people. And we can't have a mentality as of, well, that's the way it always have been. Ain't not gonna change. That's where we can't live like that, people. Listen. You hear black people say the system is broken. Their system isn't broken. It's working for them. They're still in control, and their system is working. Period. So the system is not broken. It was never intended for you to be mayors and lawyers and doctors and nurses and all that. We're labor. They don't need smart people, as I say, or they don't want them. They want people to be quiet, shut up, and do as you're told, and don't question it. Real talk. So I hope this live tonight was a learning lesson for a lot of us that's biased against black politicians. And you get along, go along with white politicians, and you quiet. The same energy that we're using going toward black politicians, it better be the same energy when it comes to whites, Hispanic, Asians, whoever. Real talk. A lot of times, we don't vote because we don't understand the voting process, or we make excuses not to get involved. And we expect, because a person that look like you and me, that they have our best interests in heart when they get in these offices. And I always tell black people, if you want a politician that represents you, white or black, you got to put your money where your mouth is. That's the only people politicians cater to. The ones who finance them or bankroll them, or the ones who they most fear. You know they fear the white folks. Because you're not even going to find a black politician stand up and say, I love being black. You're not going to hear them say that because they're afraid of losing votes. You can't be too black if you want the white vote. Real talk. And most of these politicians, most of them, I believe all of them, I would say 90%, 99.1, all Democrats. All Democrats. This is what we've been dealing with, people. All Democrats here in the city of Chicago and the Chicagoland suburbs. Maybe one a Republican, I'm not sure. But mostly Democrats. We have a Democratic machine here, people. A machine. When you don't roll with the machine, you can get rolled right over. Real talk. This is real talk, people. Real talk. That's right. Mr. Errol, backdoor deals. That's what's going on. Burgundy blue, I see you. I see you. That's right. Our ancestors ran away too many times, and we should have learned from them. That is correct. All right. Michael Marcel, Inglewood population now 25,000 blacks, over 100,000 people at its peak. Hispanics and Latinos are now the largest minority population in Chicago. All right, Leonard Leroy said, I'm involved in local politics. And we had who buy the alcohol in DeKalb County, Georgia, wanted to end no alcohol sales on Sunday, and we voted and won. Okay. Okay. Right now, they are setting up to take the housing back with taxes. A lot of people won't be able to pay them. That's correct, Cyril. Okay. Okay. Jimmy Dean, is politics there? Always lies and corruption, just like unions. Wow. I think this was a great show. I thought it was going to go longer than this, but I'm satisfied tonight. I spoke my piece. Share the video. Make sure you like the video, YouTubers. Even if you're not subscribed to, just hit that like button for me. That'd be gladly appreciated. You can support this channel in several ways. You can pray for me. You still can do that. Not pray on me, but pray for me. Also, you can like and share or subscribe. Or if you want to bless me in the super chat, or if you want to give to my PayPal or my Cash App, it's up there running. You see it right there. It's right up there. And I appreciate you guys. So basically, this live was about education. It's about education. And that's what I wanted to. Yeah. Take us to learn what's going on. To learn what's going on. And that's what all kind. At the end of the day, the butt naked truth will undress a dressed up lie. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black.